Hello, I'm Super Orange Cat, and I just watched season 23, episode 5 of South Park entitled Integrity Farms Halloween Special. Now, I came into this episode a little bit different than I usually did because I had just going into it finished watching Atlanta United blow it, so I came in a little down, so I was hoping this episode would really cheer me up. And in general, this episode basically did the trick. Some stuff I really loved about this episode. I'm going to start with the back of the end of the episode because it's fresher in my mind. The last scene of the Halloween party at the Halloween special, where we almost tie in, where we have elements from previous episodes come in, like how Winnie the Pooh comes back from the dead. All the cows that Randy and Tally killed in the previous episode had come back to life to attack them. And of course, Randy Marsh being raped in a hot tub by Harvey Weinstein. I thought was hilarious. I loved how they tied up the elements of older episodes into this one like that. And what I loved about it was when the show did serialization, when they tried having these like season long plot arcs that would like build up to a finale where they feel like they have to shove everything in and be serious about it in a way. What I love about this is that this is almost the exact opposite. One, this is only halfway through the season, so there's only a few things you would have to throw into this scene. And also, I love the fake out at the end where it turns out no, they aren't real. They're just violently high right now. I love that. And I love the concept of Shelley knowing exactly how to sober them up with a concoction of Alka-Seltzer and Sprite. I just found absolutely hysterical. And the ending, at the end, when Randy was self-aware enough, knowing that he's the only person in the family who really liked the weed farm, he was like, "Yeah, did anyone like the Halloween special?" And his wife was like, "No, only you." And he's like, "Well, that's my target demographic anyway." Being self-aware, and with the weird double fake out at the end where he implies where he might have been actually raped by Harvey Weinstein by holding up a used condom and then throwing it on the wall for no reason, and have the end credits have the names spelled out like they're like dripping semen. I absolutely love that. And now that I've addressed the A plot, might as well address the B plot where Butters and Mummy have a complicated relationship. I, in theory, I really like this because you have the whole concept of Butters going to this dark alley and him being warned by the guy who's supposed to be a take on the farmer character from Pet Cemetery saying, "Oh, you don't want to stamp that book or else a love curse will be put on you." And I was thinking, well, at South Park, Ancient Love Curse is probably going to be like how what happened to Nathan and that Crippled Summer episode. He was going to get raped by a mummy because that's what I thought was going to happen. Butters was going to get raped by the mummy, but it turned out to be this hilarious, like, codependent, dysfunctional relationship parody, which I thought was hysterical. Although I believe that by the end of the episode, it got taken a little too far. Like, it got frustrating because I was anticipating something to happen towards the end of the episode where the cops and everyone would finally realize that the mummy was the problem, not Butters reacting to the mummy. But for it to end with everyone still saying, "Butters, you need help," it was a little frustrating to watch. Albeit that was only a small fault on this episode. In general, I thought this was a very good, very solid episode, nearly all the way through. And again, another thing I really liked about this episode was the use of intentionally corny lighting, because every time the mummy would appear and be like, "Roar!" You think, "Oh, he's gonna kill someone." You have this like quick red blue flashing light tactic, which is reminiscent of like really, really bad monster movies from like the 1980s would do this. And also at the end where Tally and Randy went into the barn and found out that the weed, which had been tainted with antifreeze, bleach, and all these other household chemicals, was like taking a life of its own. They added the shitty lighting in there too, with like weird spotlights. I thought that was a neat little touch, just to make fun of just how stupid this whole concept is by equating it to like very poorly made monster B movies from the 80s. That was another detail I really loved about this episode too. Very solid episode. It feels weird to say that my second least favorite episode of the season so far. I think it's another decent addition to the Halloween special South Park does most every year. I personally would rank this ahead of Sons of Witches, which is an episode I'm surprised that many people loved. I kind of hated Sons of Witches. I thought this was above that. albeit I believe the Scoots, the Halloween episode from last year, with all the kids trick or treating using scooters, I thought was a little bit of a better episode than this one. But again, I really like this episode. I would still rank it behind the previous few episodes. But again, I thought it was a solid episode. I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. What do you guys think? What did you think of this episode? Leave your comments down below. If you like more content like this, please comment. It really helps get the ball rolling here. Like this video. If you want more content like this, subscribe, hit the notification button. I appreciate your support. I'm Super Orange Cat, and that is all.